G'day everyone, it's Joe here from thekissprinciple.net, and it is the 14th of February. Happy Valentine's Day. You know, for me, it's not just a lovely day to be with my wife, but the 14th of February is the day that we actually got married. Yes, we got married on the 14th of February. And I can say we've been married 21 years. It has been a super fantastic journey. We have got a great family, great kids. But look, I wanted to share a little bit more in depth about this because, you see, one of the things we need to understand about relationships, marriage, courtship, all that kind of stuff, is that it isn't always easy. And I know of a lot of people, especially over the last few months, the last few weeks, I've seen people going through rough times in their marriages. I've seen even people that have had marriage breakdowns. And so some of you might be someone that's single at the moment. You may be someone that is in a courtship. You may be just dating someone at the moment. Perhaps you're engaged, or perhaps, you're just newly married, or maybe you've been married for a long time. Some of you may not have kids yet. Some of you may have kids, and you're finding it a bit of a challenge. And you see, when we say that we've been married over 20 years, a lot of people say to us, wow, how did you do it? And look, let me just give you some quick advice that I can share with you, and how appropriate on the 14th of February. Now, some of you might be thinking, are you one of those God people? Yes, I am one of those God people. If there is one thing, Joe, one thing that you could offer advice on when it comes to relationships, marriage, dating, that sort of thing, what would it be? Well, this is one thing that I can say beyond any kind of reasonable doubt is this. Any relationship, whether you're dating, you're married, you've got kids, no matter where you are on that timeline, that relationship will not flourish. It will not prosper. It will not be blessed to the point that you would love it to be blessed. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you won't have a blessed relationship, but how about having it to its absolute fullest that you can imagine? You won't get that unless you put God and His Word in the center. If the Bible, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, if that is not the bedrock, the cornerstone, the absolute guiding light that you go back to when it comes to dating, marriage, having kids, then you are going to find that when you especially hit difficult times, that you're going to struggle. You're going to, sometimes you feel like you're second guessing yourself, what's going on here, or all that kind of thing. You understand where I'm all coming from with this. And one wise person, many, many years ago, her name is Pat, and she gave me this advice just as we were about to get married. And she said to me that marriage is very much like you're about to go on this trek. You're going to climb this mountain. And you start off, and it's just level ground. It's easy. You can even just jog along sometimes. But along that journey, you're going to have also times where it may get slippery. You may have to go up a steep climb. You're going to face challenges. You're going to have to hold on to one another, help each other out so that, if one slips, the other person picks them up. There'll be all kinds of victories, challenges, you name it. But the terrain going up a mountain is never flat. It always changes. It's dynamic. And how do you navigate sometimes something that can be as dynamic and as challenging as that? Well, my friend, the best advice is God, the Bible, Jesus. That is the reason why my marriage, my family, our family, my wife and I, we can turn around and we can say to people, you know what? We've had some challenges over the years. We've had some great victories too. We've had challenges, we've had all sorts of stuff. But the number one thing that has held it all together, and not just held it together, but enabled us to prosper along the way, has been God, His Word, the Bible, and Jesus. And let me encourage you, if you just come across this YouTube video, you've come across to my channel and you've had a little bit of a look around and you're thinking, yeah, okay, that all sounds really, really great, but I'm not sure I can be one of those God kind of people. Well, let me just put that challenge out to you. I'm not asking you to go join a church or some kind of a religious organization. What I'm asking you right at this very moment, right at this very point is this. Do you know who God is? Do you know the Bible? Do you know Jesus? And if you don't, may I encourage you, not me being pushy or anything like that, go and find out more about what it is to get to know God, the Bible, get to know Jesus, what it is to pray, what it is to help God give you the wisdom, the encouragement, and that help that you need. And believe me, please believe me, over the years, the 20 plus years that we have been married, that is the only thing that I can ever go back to with full assurance and say, yep, if it wasn't for God, then we would not be in this position, being so blessed as we are today. So that's a little bit of a long one, but that's the word for you this week. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to us on this channel, kissprinciple.net. Like us on our Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. Check out our website at thekissprinciple.net. My name's Joe. Happy Valentine's Day to you all. God bless.